Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcorian Guides bringing you my guide for South Park, The Stick of Truth on hardcore difficulty with no child left behind, no healing, and no items. And today we're doing the next dungeon, which is like the second dungeon technically, Giggling Donkey. We're still in day one, and our first fight is with Jimmy's little minions, I guess. Not his own personal ones, but just ones that he happens to command at his hand and foot, so to speak. His elvish brethren, because he's, with the elves clan. I don't know if Jimmy is technically an elf himself, but he is a bard, so he has the ability to buff and debuff people, and of course he will, use the Enchanted by the Tail, which I think was, ability up for the most part. So yeah, nothing too special. These guys are just regular elvens, just with the extra little added effect of whatever Jimmy decides to give them. I think the best he can probably do is maybe ability up, maybe even attack up, but it's nothing crazy, nothing too special. Funny how he goes right for Butters first. I don't know. I mean, like two of them did. Not that that's necessarily funny. It's just like it becomes obvious after a while that naturally born victim passive that Butters has, eventually, like later in the game, eventually starts to become kind of a problem where you really don't want it to happen. I think he's weak to frost, the first guy was? Or no, I think it was fire. I think elves are normally weak to fire. I'm not sure of any elves that are weak to frost. It might be a specific one, but again, I don't know the specifics. I'm just playing the haha funny RPG that's actually a pretty damn good RPG, so there's that. Also, this is out of just nowhere type thing, but I did go back through all of my guide videos, every video, specifically that were guide related or run related, and I went through the descriptions and I updated all the descriptions to have the guide playlist located in there. I didn't do, the stuff I'm doing nowadays. I just decided to add the guide playlist link and the descriptions for every video now. So for those that are either wanting to follow along and you can't find my videos, or, if you find these videos, you don't want to go to my channel, look for them, because, like, who knows how long somebody might come along, 20 years from now and find these videos and be like, I want to see I want to see the full playlist, but I can't find it. And it's like, well, there you go. It's in the description. So just check the very bottom of those descriptions and stuff. No, I'm not trying to make people look at my description so they can look at my art stuff. I'm doing it because it's the type of thing that I like. And I put it on the bottom because, I don't know, I just like it there, I guess. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. But yeah, another thing that's kind of cool with this game is whenever you actually take out a large group of enemies, and you'll see it in the Attack the School, which the last episode was Detention Sentence, and I kept calling it Attack the School. Attack the School is the one where you come back to it, and you're fighting the Pseudo Civil War type thing, which, I mean, technically the Civil War doesn't happen until, like, the second game, but, yeah, you're fighting the actual, like, in the school war between the elves and the humans, so there's that. But yeah, whenever you finish off a bunch of enemies at once, there are times where, like, some of the enemies will actually cower in fear, and you can just throw, like, something at them or just hit them once and they die. So it's a free XP. It's just a cool little small mechanic. So in here, I don't know how to take out the other two besides just a natural fight, but this one right here can be easily taken out just by, well, of course, that. And these guys run in his place and pretty much just, stun him, do whatever you want, gross him out, don't matter. You can do both, I think. So unfortunately, throwing the, what was it called? Something of slow. Was it Master of Slow? Or something? I don't remember. Anyway, so throwing this item out, like, no matter what ranged weapon you use outside of battle, I don't think it has any effect. Because I don't think, yeah, because, I mean, if it did, then they would have already been frozen. Like, they would have already been slowed before battle, but they didn't go that far. Which makes sense. By the way, some ranged weapons only have a square or a heavy attack on them, and sometimes they don't have an X. Usually bows have the light version, the X one, which usually fires off like 3 or so different types of shots, and then the other types of weapons, ranged weapons that aren't necessarily able to throw multiples at once, typically end up just being square to throw. So sometimes it catches me off guard because I'm kind of used to hitting X every once in a while, even though I use square on ranged weapons more often than not. But alright, so coming up is, of course, you see the guy in the Bane mask looking thing over there. That's the anti-magician. And I really do wish that he was a constant character in this game, but it's unfortunately so. I mean, there may be another one somewhere. I don't think so. I play this game quite often. I'm pretty sure there's not. But yeah, I did die actually a couple of times, which is funny because, like, I mean, the anti-magician doesn't necessarily block your abilities. He just blocks your magic, which is your fart power. So he's immune to gross and immune to all magic. So yeah, you pretty much can't do anything. He's channeling, and unfortunately, he's resistant to stun. So it's weird because, like, he's resistant to stun, but he's not a boss, technically speaking, because I think you can use a summon, because I eventually just say fudge it and just summon out Kim to come out here and just wipe him out. This is, I believe, my first time I used a summon, I think. Yeah, there you go. There's a new little fun ability. He uses the ability to basically essentially debuff him. And yeah, this guy's a bitch because if he gets all those attacks on you, he just heals, and it's just ridiculous. So, miniature gong, come on out, you know, Kim, and this is, I'm pretty sure that's his damn name. It's been a while. I mean, I don't think we've seen him in a little bit, right? In terms of, like, actual South Park episodes. Well, maybe, like, the Paramount ones, I don't know. You know, the pandemic special ones or whatever they were called. Anyway, so that's it for that. I get a level up. Nice. Not bad. And then Wood Elf Armor. If I'm not mistaken, I think this has some good stuff on it. Well, it has healing properties, so that's a no-no. That's a no for our little journey here. And then, don't worry, eventually I'll level up. I'm just very tight about that kind of thing. I'm like, eh. I think in this one, I actually save my little point, which is kind of nice that you can do that. You can actually make your thing disappear. Unlike, I think, Batman Arkham, where you can't make it disappear. Whenever you have the upgrade thing, you know, constantly in your face saying, like, you can upgrade. Did you know that? You can upgrade. So yeah, there's Kenny getting quote-unquote raped by an elven warrior here. So we need to save her and save her fast. So essentially, it's just pretty much easy puzzle solving. You just break objects in the room, let them fall down, and then we'll, you know, make a little zip line to the to the bed. Which this is, I think, Jimmy's parents' room. So we basically just destroyed that thing. So that's kind of funny. Should never have gone ziplining. Alright? Didn't that episode also have, like, something about, like, Mountain Dew or some shit like that? I forget. I could have sworn there was, like, a joke about, like, Mountain Dew in that episode or something. Maybe it was Diet Mountain. I don't know. I don't remember. So, yeah, of course, we charm the elf. He comes down here. Kenny whacks his ass. You know, freebie. He wants them big old bitties, but he ain't gonna get any. I don't know, it's just the dumb South Park humor you gotta love. Like, if you can't laugh at this game, then, you know, your sense of humor will never, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying not to be a dick either. But yeah, right here, there are 2 lanterns you can cup a spell at. And essentially with that, you can take out the rat and the elf. So you can either take them out on the left or right side. The rat, I mean. I'd recommend just taking out the rat. Just whenever. Because, I mean, at this point, like, I didn't notice him the first time. But they give you 2 options for it. So just wait for him to run into a lamp. You don't have to fight him. It saves you trouble. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a hard fight necessarily. It's just one of those things of, like, you know, it's a freebie. Why bother? You know what I mean? Just take your option while you can, I guess, so to speak. Did I actually know? No, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I skipped that. Yeah, okay. So now we get to fight Jimmy the Bard, and he gets to summon some of my favorite enemy types, and this is the only time they ever get summoned. And these are, of course, called the Bardic Rat with Bardic Hat. So, I mean, they're cute and they're dumb, but I don't know. It's just one of those silly, funny jokes that I just adore. So anyway, I instantly just go ahead and throw my, you know, weapon of slowing, my ranged weapon of slowing, and slow down Jimmy, so that way he attacks less. Also, another thing I kind of find weird, though, is they didn't actually add in Jimmy to have steroid powers in this game, or like any sort of ability with it. I mean, granted, I know it's kind of like a one-off episode anyway, but still, I think that would have been kind of interesting to see him use like steroids for something. I don't know, but well, to be fair, he learned his lesson after that episode. So. Yeah. Anyway, Jimmy has the ability to put you to sleep, but if you just mash buttons that correspond to what you need to match with, then you should be okay. So now we have Bull Rush, and this actually can piss off enemies at normal level, and they cause defense down, and you, I think, have their armor. So it's actually a really good ability, not the best one that we have. The Horn of Irritation is the one that I think is probably the best, especially the fact that it does damage. But when you upgrade the Bull Rush, it eventually gets to the point where you can get bleeding on them too, which is weird, but it works. But yeah, I was going to say, Jimmy has the power to put you to sleep, but however, if you mash out of it, you're fine, but your partner won't be, and your partner can't, unfortunately, mash out of it. I don't know why I had Kenny, or why I kept him, but who cares? I mean, at least it makes it to where things are at least unique and different, so. Here we go, yeah, it's weird, because, like, he's not really a boss fight. It's odd. He doesn't count as a boss. So, usually bosses can't be stunned, or pissed. I don't think he was pissed, but anyway, that's Jimmy. It's just a relatively easy fight, but every time I see him there, I just feel so bad for him. Like, I just feel so bad I beat the shit out of him. But yeah, check around the room. The Crutch of Weakness is kind of a shit weapon for us, so I don't even bother with it. But yeah, I'm trying to get this thing without Cartman bothering me. And for the most part, that's practically it for this dungeon, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. So take care, everybody.
Well, there he is.
You make any new friends, sweetheart?
Nothing to say.